Every day, leadership challenges are going to come for you from all sides, around every corner, even from within you. So, welcome to all 295 chapter meeting of Barnet Toastmaster Club. And today's theme is, you know, challenges in leadership. So, on this theme, I want to read one poem who written by Jim Rohn. Even I don't know this Jim Rohn, but I like this, the little very short poem. So I'm reading this. The challenges of leadership is to be strong but not rude, be kind but not weak, be bold but not bully, be thoughtful but not lazy, be humble but not timid, be proud but not arrogant, have humor but without folly. So this is a very short, uh, the poem of challenges in leadership. So our theme is challenges in leadership. So today I'm going to the motto of our club that our club provides a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in great self-confidence and personal growth. So let me explain some basic rules of meeting. Please mute your microphone when you are not speaking. Also rename yourself prefix with your meeting role with TM. If you are not active, if you are active Toastmaster in with any club, or if you are guest, then you need to write guest in front of your name. Then please put your mobile on silent mode to avoid distraction when you can and when you get chance to speak. And when you get a chance to speak, be cognizant to body movements, multitasking, and backgrounds. Use the chat box for any questions, comments, feedbacks, and send it to one message only to the speaker. Please clap or use clap emoticon whenever the control and transfer. When you begin the speaking, the correct protocol is that you have to greet in the following manner, right? Good evening, presiding officer, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmaster, and dear guest. So before we moving this, very educational session on challenging leadership, please welcome a software engineer who loves to do a social work, reading books and traveling. And today is our presiding officer, Toastmaster Komal. So please put your hands together and welcome Toastmaster Komal on virtual stage.
Thank you, Toastmaster Moise, for such a wonderful introduction of today's theme, which is challenges in the leadership. I would like to call this meeting to order. Good evening, Toastmasters and dear guests. Welcome to 295th meeting of Barnet Toastmaster Club. Can someone please tell me there are any guests in the meeting today?
Yes, we have one guest, Vipin Nair. Yes.
Okay. Welcome to the meeting, Vipin. I will request our guests to turn on their cameras and introduce themselves within 10 to 15 seconds. They can talk about what is your name and profession, what they want from this meeting, from where they get to know about Toastmasters, and yeah, you can start. Over to you, guest Vipin.
Thank you so much, Komal. So to introduce myself, I'm Vipin Nair. So I work with the management consulting firm ZS Associates, and it's been like 2 years since I've been in Pune. So lack of friends is one thing that is biting me right now. So I thought it's better to join some groups, so wherein I can interact as well as there is some learning out of it. So I thought Toastmasters is one thing I can go with. And speaking of Toastmasters, there's something that we have in our company as well, but time is a constraint. So I researched a lot about your social group. Then I thought this is a better thing. I can give it a try at least. So yeah, that's the reason why I'm here.
Okay, that was good to know that you know about a club, and that's why you chose our club. You get a lot of takeaways from today's meeting.
Yeah.
We have two joint. We have two main reasons why we have joined the Toastmaster Club. One is communication, and second is leadership. And today is the best occasion to know about our second motive of leadership quality. One cannot be successful without team. We need a team in school, in clubs, in political parties. And without team, and team cannot take a good decision without a leader. And every leader must be meticulous, confident, and sensitive. To become a good leader, one have to go through many challenges and different. Every leader have different challenges in his life. So without wasting any time, I want to know more about challenges in leadership from our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Saish. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Komal. Just a second. Okay. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Komal, for doing such a wonderful presiding officer job and inviting me on the stage. So today I am the TMOD. Guess what? Why I have taken the TMOD? Because I have to support this meeting, and hence I face many challenges in finding TMODs for the meeting or various kind of role players for the various speeches. So this is how, what are the challenges? We face different challenges in different type of leadership styles. Now, let me call upon our newly elected Vice President at Public Relation, Toastmaster Moise. So I would like to ask him one question. What challenges he faces in this leadership job? Over to you, Moise. Any one challenge?
The biggest challenge is time. I'm facing the time.
Yeah.
So yeah, because working in a company, and we need to do, as I'm VPP, so I need to create a poster. So I need to take a time and create this poster. And although I have one kid, which is a very he is very naughty, and I need to handle him in a morning time, because my wife is so busy. So this is my biggest challenge is time. Anything other, I did not face anything, but the time is very important. I face the time.
Okay. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Moise. Now, as per my leadership challenge, biggest challenge is to form this meeting within deadline, and this is how a biggest challenge for everyone. But every challenge is similar to that type of leadership, and it is hail for us, but we should take it very positive way, because this is how it makes us very tough to fight with people during job or during at the workplaces. And here we are built in Toastmaster. That is why the name has been suggested Toastmaster. And there are various kinds of leadership, distinctive kinds of leaders in Toastmaster, maybe district officers or maybe club officers or maybe at area councils. So let me invite you another type of different leader, who is our Secretary Komal. So I would like to ask Secretary Komal what challenge, any one challenge she faces while doing her job in favor of her club.
Being a leader, when I got elected for the secretary, being a leader, I face like you try, you put your time, your energy for making your TMOD, for making your MOM for the meeting, and put your YouTube videos. And when you go there, you see there are only 2 or 3 views. So I waste almost my all afternoon in this task, and no one appreciates that. And I'm doing this for our club, so that everyone will get to know. Just when you have your speech, at that time people came and they ask for the video. But being a team, we should support each other. So I was also in this same phase when I was not the secretary. So I don't blame anyone. but now I can understand, and I want to encourage people to do the same thing. So this is the challenge which I face, like to make people, to get people together and to understand that this is our club and we have to work for this. So yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Toastmaster Komal. So this is how from these two people, we get to know that what is a leadership. Leadership is not commanding anyone. Leadership is not advising the people. We are not the boss of anyone, or we are not employer. Leadership is all about dealing and maintaining with the emotions and feelings of people. How do you lead your team? How do you motivate and inspire them? It is distinctive from the marketing concept. Marketing is attracting, but leadership is all about motivating the people. And when you motivate the people, you face challenges, but only the way you have to choose is sacrifice. You have to sacrifice yourself towards the people. You have to make yourself a staircase so that your team can walk upon it to the right goal and the right direction. This is why I face many challenges. I face challenges as dealing with the empathy of people, dealing with the anger of people, or dealing with the any kind of emotion of people that may lead to my failure. But if I always think about the people, not about my task, then I am always a successful leader. These are the many challenges that we face in our life, and uncertainties can rarely but periodically occur in leadership style. Uncertainties that many people can have a conference immediately or imminently, and in a very meticulous way, they have to still do their task, they have to still support their team. This is a challenging leadership style. Now, I would request the third, but a person who has served this club for longer years, and he's only one present today in this meeting. He is Toastmaster Santosh. He has served as Vice President Member, Vice President Education, and President for the last term of Barnet Toastmaster Club. Now he's currently served as 3 types of leaders. So now let me request Toastmaster Santosh how he faced the challenges in different 3 styles of leadership. What were the challenges, but different to each other? Means in VPM, you must have faced these challenges, in VP Education, other challenge, and President, other challenge. So what are those 3 challenges that are different from each other? Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Saish, and you bring really a very important aspects. I personally believe in that if you want to really success person in your life or in any profession, at least in today's scenario, you have the one skill, that is the leadership. Before the Toastmaster, I was having the thought that leadership is something born quality. But after the Toastmaster, I realized that this is one quality that we can learn. This is something we can understand. And this is not quality that every person come in world with by birth. So leadership, if you really want to understand, learn, then one thing that you must be a good follower. If you are a good follower, this is the first skill that you have. You in future you will develop the leadership. I perform 3 roles in the club, but before that, I was very active member. Because if I take responsibility for myself, then I can take the responsibility for others. In my first role, sergeant role, that role taught me how to become an active listener, how to become a great observant without saying anything. And top of that, serve the people. Second, my role, what I learned from BP membership, how to open with strangers, how to understand the strangers, how to understand their challenges and the fire inside them to improvement and give the idea and guidance. My third role, that was BP education. I learned how to develop bonding among the members and how to motivate, how to convince, how to understand them so that they can achieve their goal of self-improvement, goal of better version. And my last role was president. I learned how to motivate other people to take the responsibility and perform as a leaders. I'm very happy that many of you come up and take the responsibility to serve this club. So if you really success in life, this is my mantra, if you really success in life, you at least you have to learn one thing, that is leadership. And the Toastmaster and Bane Toastmaster have produced many leaders in various ways. So over to Toastmaster Saish.
That was great insight about leadership, Toastmaster Santosh. So hence we have learned from these three people what are different styles of leadership and what are different challenges that we face in leadership, but those challenges are similar to us. Now, without moving further, let me introduce the tag team who will be helping me and G for today's meeting. So let me invite the timer, who is not new member in our club, but so energetic and enthusiastic about playing roles and supporting meeting. Let me invite our new member, Toastmaster Amay. Over to you, Toastmaster Amay.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Saish. Dear Presiding Officer, Toastmaster of the Day, fellow Toastmasters and guests, as TM Moise said, the time is the biggest challenge that he has faced, and time is money. We know this, and as a timer, I will be timing the speeches, speech evaluations and table topics. I will share my screen. As you can see, the time allotted we can see here, and I will show green card when the minimum time when you the speech or will reach the minimum time allotted, and when the speech reaches its mid time, it will I'll show yellow card, and at the end of the speech I will show red card, and you will have 30 seconds as a grace time to qualify for the vote. Thank you, and back to you, Toastmaster of the Day, Saish.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Amay. So now this is all about the time, but let me call someone who is going to explain, who is a new member still. He has taken a step to explain the obstacles in the language, and he is none other than our Toastmaster Mohit, who has recently joined the club and first time playing the role in our club. Let me call the AHA counter, Toastmaster Mohit.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Saish, and my fellow Toastmasters. Thank you for the opportunity. I'll try my best. I'll try to be as much meticulous I can be. And I'm not going to call the shots. I will just try to keep the count, and I'll try to do my best. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster Saish.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mohit. Great try for your role. Now, let me call the last role player, who is none other than Toastmaster Komal. Over to you, Toastmaster Komal, to explain your language evaluator role as well as word of the day and idiom of the day. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. Today, I have a privilege of being language evaluator or grammarian. I will keep note of good language usages as well as not so good usages. I have shared a word of the day and phrase of the day in our WhatsApp group, but for benefit of our guest, I would like to share my screen, and please let me know if you are able to see my screen. Okay, so word of day is meticulous, and which means marked by precise accordance with details. And example, the leader must be very, very intelligent, meticulous, and careful person. I would encourage someone from our team to use this word. Can someone want to use this word in any sentence? How you can use this word?
I will try. So when it comes to surgery, the surgeon has to be a meticulous.
That's very
Thank
good
you.
usage. Toastmaster Aditi, who is doctor. Yeah, anyone else want to try?
The idiom of the day, sorry, the phrase of the day, can I?
Okay, let me first explain phrase of the day.
Yes.
So phrase of the day is call the shots, which means take an initiative in deciding how something should be done. An example, the manager is undoubtedly the one to call the shots in very sensitive matters. Okay, so evaluator, we can,
Yeah.
sorry, you can use the word.
Yeah, thank you. So the leaders are people who always like to call the shots in terms of any matters which require discussion.
That is very good usage. Yeah. I encourage everyone to use word of the day and phrase of the day during meeting, and other audience to show thumb emoticon or clap for them if someone have used word of the day and phrase of the day in their session. Also, I would like to do a special announcement if someone is using any local languages, like I like Toastmaster. If someone used something in other languages, like in Hindi, if I say मुझे Toastmaster Banner Club अच्छा लगता है, so I would like to translate it into English, so which can be like, I like Toastmaster Banner Club. So our main language of our meeting should be English, so everyone should translate their sentences in English. I will present my report once called for. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Komal. Yeah, can you stop sharing the screen?
Yeah,
Okay,
I have to stop.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Komal. Now, let's run to the sections of the meeting. And there are 3 sections. First is speech section, second is table topics, and third is evaluation section. For benefit of guests, let me explain. Speech sections where speakers are prepared with their speeches and deliver it on the stage before the audience. Second one, table topics are related to impromptu topics, wherein it doesn't matter a Toastmaster or a guest, each and every member in the meeting present here has the opportunity to speak up, or even if he doesn't wish to participate, though he is motivated by the table topic master to speak by thinking on his feet. And the evaluation sections wherein speakers learn the insights, the more improvement needed in their speeches from their particular evaluators. So that's it for the meetings. This meeting is divided into 3 sections, as I mentioned, and the last section, which is very important, is general evaluator section. So for that, our G is Toastmaster Vibha. So I'm going to call Vibha at the last to evaluate this meeting, where she'll give recommendations as well as commendations for this meeting to each and every people. So let's welcome now speeches, and let's welcome the speakers as well as evaluators. For the speeches, we have 2 speakers, and first speaker is Toastmaster Aditi. She's attempting her level 2 project 2, and her purpose of the speech is introduction to body language. So before calling her, let me call her evaluator, Toastmaster Santosh. Over to you.
Just a second. Good evening. The purpose statement of the speech, the purpose of this project is for the member to deliver a speech with awareness of intentional or unintentional body language, as well to learn, practice, refine how he or she use non-verbal communication when deliver a speech. Over to Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Santosh. Now let me tag this speaker one and invite her. Please put your hand to welcome our speaker one, Toastmaster Aditi, who is an Ayurveda doctor. Now she's delivering her level 2 project to speech. Congratulations, all the best, Toastmaster Aditi. And the speech title is My Patient's Experience. My Patient's Experience, Toastmaster Aditi. Timer, you may start.
Thank you, Toastmaster Saish. Am I audible and visible?
Yes.
Okay. Timer, you can start. Good evening, presiding officer, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmaster and guests. Today, I'm going to share my few experiences with patient. Hello, doctor. Hello, have a seat. Tell me. Doctor, I have headache since yesterday. Oh, is it severe or mild? It's mild, but it's a throbbing pain. Okay. Do you have cough and cold? No, doctor. Okay. Did you eat outside food or junk food? No, doctor. And even if I eat outside food, generally I don't get headache. I usually get acidity when I eat tur dal or bengal gram, such. But I didn't eat this for since 2 weeks. Thank you for extra information. Had you have a hectic day? Yeah, but that is every day is a hectic day for me, doctor. I wake up early and then look after the kids, then go to job, and every day is like hectic for me. Okay, let's check BP. BP? No, doctor, I don't have BP. I eat healthy food and I do regular exercise. I don't think I have BP. Actually, I tried to search on Google. Oh no, one more Google worm. Why I wasted my 6 years in learning these stupid books. Then what Google says? Oh no, doctor, actually I was just scrolling and I was looking at the symptoms. I think I have a sinusitis. Then didn't you get treatment on Google? So this is one of my experience with patient. And this kind of experiences are becoming more and more common with the doctors. Such kind of a knowledge is a headache for us. And more important than that is self-diagnosis is very dangerous. But not every case is like this. There are some patients, very few patients who follow their doctors. So there are some very sincere patients, and at that time, we have to tell them, just chill, be relaxed. I remember one case when I was working in a rural hospital. It was a case of a snake bite. And that patient has brought that snake which has bitten him in a jar along with him to the hospital. Isn't that weird? And in 95% of the cases of a snake bite, generally patient died in a fear of snake bite. And this man, even after a snake bite, dared to catch that snake and brought it. So after his recovery, we asked him, why did you bother to bring that snake, to catch that snake at that time? So he said innocently, no, madam, 2-3 years back, we admitted our uncle for the snake bite only. At that time, doctors were asking for the color of snake and the pattern of snake. So I just thought that if I didn't brought that snake, you won't be able to identify and you won't be able to treat me properly. And we laughed. Generally, we doctors ask for the type of a snake in a snake bite cases just to understand whether it was a poisonous or non-poisonous, because there is a scarcity of anti-snake venom at a rural hospital. But actually, this patient was right from his point of perspective. Hats off to his courage. There is another case. This case is also from a rural hospital. So I was newly posted to gynec department. And when I was on duty, one lady patient, full-term lady patient came. She was literally about to deliver and no one was with her. She walked all alone. No reports, no single hospital visit, no USG, sonography. And I got angry. I said her, what is this? No reports, no sonography, not even blood group done. What if we need a blood in emergency? And who is with you? What if something happened to you? And she was patiently, ma'am, why are you so panicky? It seems you're new here. It's my 8th turn and it will be done into 15-20 minutes. No need to worry. And no one from my family will come. So I will take care of myself. Don't you need to worry. And I was literally in a shock for 1 minute. So these are my some experiences with patient, but each case was a great learning for me. It is not just about a patient-doctor relationship. It's not about medicine, prescription, or diagnosis or knowledge, but it's about life. Even if, however difficult situation for someone of them, they stood stronger like a mountain. Their optimism, even in a hardship, their smile, even in a pain, without a single complaint, has unknowingly taught me, the importance of courage and patience. And more importantly, be grateful for what we have. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Aditi, for that wonderful speech, and for hands for you for making many kind of gestures and showing many incidents in your speech. Great speech and fabulous speech. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Aditi. This was for the speaker one's speech, but we have one more speaker who has completed level 4 and she's on her last level. Now, she's going to deliver level 5 project 1 speech. The purpose of this speech is lead in any volunteer organization for 6 months and view her experiences that she's going to deliver in her speech. So let me call the speaker number 2, but before calling her, let me call the evaluator who has chosen to be her evaluator for level 5 speech. From my point of view, her evaluator has completed at least one path and she's a Triple Crown awardee in Toastmaster. So let me invite evaluator to Dr. Kamaljit. Over to you, evaluator.
Thank you, meticulous Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Saish. Good evening, Madam Presiding Officer, fellow Toastmasters and guests. My target speaker, Toastmaster Manisha, today is attempting her level 5 project 1 from the pathway strategic relationships. Her speech title is Prerna. The purpose of this project is for the member to apply the skills needed to successfully lead in a volunteer organization. Timer, please note that the timing for the speech is 5 to 7 minutes. I wish Toastmaster Manisha best wishes for her speech, and I'm sure she is going to meticulously share how she called her shots while leading in a volunteering organization. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day, to Toastmaster Saish.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kamaljit. Now, let's put your hand to welcome our second speaker, Toastmaster Manisha. So be ready. Timer, you can start. Toastmaster Manisha, my prerna, Toastmaster Manisha.
Thank you. Just an audio video check before I begin.
Yes.
Thank you. Sam, Dam, Dand, Bhed is a very popular Chanakya Niti. Well, does it work everywhere? Respected President, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. June in 2019, I had my director calling me, who better than you to mentor and lead Prerna Club? Well, did that sound like an option? So I better get started. You must be wondering, started for what? What is this Prerna all about? Well, Prerna, meaning inspiration, is my institute's in-house magazine and newsletter. It covers each and every event, including the ones organized on its own, news about the college, and showcases it to the world. By world here, I mean current students, alumni, recruiters, faculty and staff across 9 campuses. So something close to 5,000 as on date. So though I did not join this club voluntarily, I did get the opportunity to lead and offer my expertise and time to this volunteer organization, which is run by a team of students. The leadership group has the second-year senior students who act as president, secretary, treasurer, as members of board, and all the others are members of committee. So a particular challenge of leading this club setup is to never forget that the people you lead follow because they choose to follow. So the first thing I did was to send a warm letter expressing my excitement to be a part of this team that does a fabulous job of being the face of IBS Pune to the world. I requested a quick meeting with the current team and the mentor to help me understand how things work and the transfer of knowledge. And I appreciated the team for the meticulous work and amazing creativity, so completely true to the tagline, innovate, build, and succeed. After a few months, we did have a situation though, with the newly elected president who was going on his own trip. But after giving a fair hearing to every team member, I had to call the shots. I wondered, what impact would he, leading the pack versus leaving the pack, have? And so finally, I wished him all the best for all his other future endeavors. So before the process of the selection of next team, I asked my current team to give me the roles, expectations of every title. What kind of work have you done under the same? And I revamped the whole selection process and said, we will not recruit for designations. We will only want members who want to willingly contribute in their areas of interest and expertise and our requirement. Let them shadow the senior members before they self-nominate for various positions, and later they will showcase their work, their mission, vision, and future plan of action they have for the role they aspire, with a caveat that we have regular reviews of people's contribution and their participation. See, with no joining fees, penalties, rewards, I mean, how does one judge the sincerity of volunteer or members? So, to take the stock of deliverables, we looked at regularity in attending meetings, punctuality in delivering work, creative contributions in one's area of interest or work, initiatives taken, and this regular review helped me recognize the potential. And it's this framework helped the senior students to actually create their succession plan and pass on the beacon to the junior batch this 26 January 2022 to ensure the success of Prerna. Often, most important communications are the mundane and the everyday correspondence that allows members to actually feel a part of the broader group. Without any exaggeration, leader of a volunteer organization needs to walk the talk and not micromanage. The 360-degree evaluation was the highlight of this process and has given me Prerna and a fresh lease of life to continue leading the club till, with all energy, till there is any change of guard. In most of the feedbacks, it was mentioned that she inspires contribution with her regular motivation by acknowledging and appreciating the efforts and participation. They recollected the empowering opportunity of interacting with the top management of the college for a video shoot that encouraged a lot of involvement and individual contribution. All this helped build a very strong environment of mutual respect and obviously value of their own membership. I have realized that to successfully lead a volunteer organization, integrity, competency, character, and communication, they have to be displayed with utmost honesty, because people have chosen to put in discretionary efforts for a purpose that's larger than you or me. Having worked with multiple teams and witnessing the magazine grow every year, from hard copy to soft copy with 100% in-house designing and publishing, new sections, new experiments, whole new way of engaging with students, working late nights in times of crisis because one of our articles we really messed up with. This whole experience has been very humbling. The joy of giving without the expectation of receiving is a beautiful and fulfilling feeling. And leading the whole process is cherry on the cake. So may I take a moment to just share the link of this magazine on the chat, and you may like to go through it at your own leisure. So just 1 minute. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster today.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Manisha, for that wonderful speech. We learned a lot from you how to lead in a volunteer organization. So these are from the speech sections, which two speakers have done a fabulous job by delivering their wonderful speeches, and we learned a lot from these two speakers. So thank you so much, Toastmaster Manisha and Toastmaster Aditi, for delivering such wonderful speeches. But now, as we move to the further section, before that, I am going to share you one good insight about how more challenges a leader is facing. Leader is facing the challenges which is too complicated to him. Let's take example as a money or a finance. Finance or money is in the hands of one person, and he is entirely responsible to hand the wealth of a particular organization or to hand over the wealth of a particular company. Let's say, what will happen if this guy has no responsibility for himself or for his company? That company may face a loss, but the person has the power to take right decisions so that his company, his team, or his organization can survive through a long time. This is why there is only one leader, not more than one, who can find a leader within himself. And same like that person, we have one person in our club who can said to be a finance manager of our Bane Toastmaster Club. He's none other than our treasurer, Toastmaster Harshad. So he's the person who is handing over all the wealth of our club and managing it on time. So let me invite our treasurer Toastmaster Harshad to ask him that what challenges he faces in this treasurer and finance manager job. That is the XCOM which he is currently doing here.
Saish, to your question, right? It's a very tricky question, because the reason I say it's tricky because Toastmaster is a non-profit organization, right? And we are, in a way, if you see at the Bane Toastmasters Club, we have had a really decent membership over the years, right? And in a way, we have accumulated a good sum of money, right? So it's very important for a treasurer to really think through as in how we can really use this for the benefit of the members, right? And how to really effectively and efficiently do that is, I feel, is kind of challenging, right? And which I hope in the next few months we'll try and tackle that situation as well, right? So in a way, nothing as such, Saish, that is too challenging, but I think managing the finances appropriately, effectively, right? So that's definitely a big challenge for a treasurer.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Harshad, for giving the challenges that you can face or you might face. But let's see if a story that can be shared by me can influence you. If a leader and his team are walking on a bridge and leader has only the support of ropes of the bridge, what will happen to the team if leader loses his courage, loses his hope, and loses the rope? Then what will happen to his team? Entire team along with him will drown in the river. Hence, a leader only has the power not by the birth, but he has the power given to him by his team. Hence, he should fulfill it by the sacrifice way and in a very meticulous way. This is how a leader is said to be. Well, everyone desires to be a boss, everyone desires to be a god, everyone desires to be a king, or everyone desires to be a prince who can command people. But leadership is not all about the pleasures of life. Leadership is all about the efforts, sacrifices, endeavors only for the people. This is how my story, which can influence you all. Leader is holding a rope, and hence, if his hope is strong, his hope is powerful, then entire team can cross the bridge within 2 seconds. Then maybe leader wishes to drown in the river, but his team never, because his hopes are for his team. This is how leadership challenges are based on their own particular team. And my story is all about, I face challenges as I have firstly taken this leadership opportunity. I face many challenges, but how do I inspire people? How do I motivate them? I motivate them because of their own learnings, because of their growth and their personal development. This is how I find many people supporting me, because I do not leave any person who cannot success in his life. I always give him a hand so that he can improve in his speeches, or he can improve to become a particular and a good leader in future, so that he can lead his own team. This is the quality of a sacrifice, and I have seen many people in life. Now, let's proceed with the next sessions, that is our table topics sections. Let me introduce table topics are where table topic master gives you a topic. Any guest or any Toastmaster can speak on that depending on his nomination, or maybe table topic master if he chooses to give that person to speak. Time for each topic is 1 to 2 minutes. Now for table topics, any topic or any question, maybe based on your career or maybe based on your fields or your interest or your hobbies, he gives you a question, and on that question you are given 10 seconds to think on your feet, and you have to start speaking for 1 to 2 minutes. Timer will show green card at 1 minute, one yellow card at 1.30 minutes, and at 2 minutes red card will be shown, and 30 seconds more will be given after 2 minutes. By that, you have to stop speaking, and you have to speak as much efficiently, as much in a very creative way approach you can. This is how your performance is being assessed and how many people are impressed and influenced by your speech. So let's welcome all the guests and all the members for your creative approach and for your confidence assessment being judged by the people. Our table topic master, Toastmaster Harshad, who is going to conduct the round robin and then table topics. So over to you, Toastmaster Harshad.
Thanks, TMOD, Saish. I think you have already explained my role to quite an extent, right? So that sort of helps me absolutely. But before I begin, right, I would definitely want to applaud today's speakers for meticulously delivering their prepared speeches. So that was really wonderful, Toastmaster Aditya and Toastmaster Manisha. So kudos to you. And thank you, Saish, for picking up such a brilliant topic and also sharing your thoughts and views on it. So it's been pretty exciting as well as sort of very enriching for me personally as well, right? So so we'll start with the impromptu speaking section. And as Saish already briefly talked about it, right? So it will have basically two sections. So the first section would be the round robin section where I would start with a story. I'll create some story, right? And take maybe 15 seconds to set the context and basically give you a start, right? And then I'll invite all the participants today, right? So whoever are there, right? So whether it's Toastmaster existing members as well as guests, right? Like Vipin. So I'll invite all of them to speak for 15 seconds and basically take the story ahead, right? So they can add in their thoughts, ideas, views, right? And it would be fun to see how the story evolves as each speaker speaks for his duration. And after the round robin section, we'll basically move on to table topics, where I would basically call the shots, invite a few of you. So I already see, as in a couple of people have nominated themselves, but for the rest of the topics, I would go ahead and choose a few members amongst yourselves. And then I'll basically put forth a topic on which you have to speak for at least 1 minute. And kind of, we can speak between 1 or 2 minutes, and that's perfectly fine. So let's begin with the round robin section. Amey, you are the timer, right? So can you share your screen, and if somebody can put the spotlight on Amey. So Amey will have 15 seconds, right? Or you may, otherwise you may want to just pull up the Google timer. That's also fine if it's not over here.
Yeah.
Okay, so while Amey does that, let me start with a story, right? So, okay. So I had a dream wherein I was featured on the cover of the Forbes magazine. So we all know the Forbes magazine, right? It's pretty well acclaimed. And I shared the space with some amazing business stalwarts of my time. And that mere shock, basically mere thought, actually shook me from inside and got me back to reality, right? Okay, the thought that I was featured on Forbes. So that actually got me back to reality. And I started wondering as to which are those leadership qualities, right, that I need to hone so that I can be worthy enough to share the space with the stalwarts and live my dream. So that's what the story is. And now you can continue, right? So let me first and foremost invite Toastmaster Manisha, who actually had conducted the table topics last time round. So we'll start with you.
Okay. So first, I would really want this dream to be true. And how do I work for it? I think many things need to be more compassionate and maybe to understand more about diversity, inclusion, and equity. That's what's going on nowadays. So these are the few things.
Awesome. Toastmaster Amey, do you want to go next? Amey, you can.
You're on mute, Amey.
Yeah, you are on mute, it seems.
Okay, so we have to speak on the leadership, right?
Yeah, so just continue with what where actually Toastmaster Manisha left.
Okay, so
or you can give it a new twist. It's all, of course, fine.
Okay. For a leadership, the main one of the main things is understanding your team and motivating your team towards one goal. That is really important for leadership as a quality.
Okay, Toastmaster Santosh, you want to go next?
Thank you, Toastmaster Harsad. As many one said that leadership. And leadership means that lead to others. But I personally believe that first to learn how to lead ourselves, because sometimes we do not follow our rule. So if you want to become a meticulous leader, follow.
Awesome. Vipin, do you want to attempt?
Yeah, sure, I can do that. So I think one, I'll add to what Santosh just added. So it's more like leading by example per se. So, and that is one skill that you can own, and the other skill that you should own is listening. That comes very that is actually very difficult to master as well. That's two things that I think is important.
Absolutely, Vipin, great point. Toastmaster Mohit.
Thank you, Toastmaster Harshit, for the opportunity. I absolutely agree and believe in that. To practice what you preach, you need to lead by example. You need to display this, what you are talking about. It makes you an effective leader. I try to do that. And sometimes when I go overboard, my wife calls the shots in her house, and she shows me my place in the house. Thank you.
That's a great point. That's a great point. Toastmaster Saish, do you want to attempt next?
Sure. What are different kinds of leadership styles? Well, when I see a leader within people, then they are a great leader. But when I see a leader within myself, then I am a loser. But this is how I can find a leader within myself in two types: supportive and motivation. Over to you.
Awesome, Saish. Toastmaster Kamaljeet, ma'am, do you want to attempt?
Thank you. I think empathy is most important. What today's leader lack is empathy. Always try to fit in the shoes of that other person and understand. When we talk about listening and other skills, I think it all starts from your home. Charity begins at home. Thank you.
Awesome, great. Toastmaster Komal.
Yeah. So I had this wonderful dream that I am there in the Forbes magazine, and I will come back. I woke up and I saw there is a Toastmaster meeting about leadership. So I will join that. And yeah.
Great, great. Toastmaster Narayanan, over to you.
Yeah. The leadership is basically we have to have a good understanding of our people, and the people might hail from different language, different cultures, and different places. So we have to understand that, and basically we have to win their hearts to be a good successful leader.
Absolutely. Thanks, Toastmaster Narayanan. Toastmaster Viva, anything you would want to add?
So when I woke up from the dream, it hit me hard, like I did nothing in life. So I had already heard about many things about leadership. So I thought, why not just look for a good Toastmaster club? And bingo, I found one, that is Mania Toastmasters Club.
Oh, awesome. Awesome. Toastmaster Moise.
For you, it's come in form. So I think this kind of leadership will inspire others and serve others, and points them towards a great purpose and vision, and it's hard work, because it's highlighted Forbes, and in Forbes it's not highlighted. In Forbes it's not published like.
Okay, good. Thanks, Moise. And last but not the least, Toastmaster Aditi. Any final concluding thoughts on?
I think to share the magazine cover with celebrity, I think three most important thing, you must have a strong purpose, and second is passion, and for passion, doing things meticulously is very important, and third one is a people, and to deal with people we need a good communication, and for that Toastmaster is important.
Awesome. Thanks, Toastmaster Aditi. And isn't it brilliant, as in, right, in a matter of few minutes, we actually got to know so many of these qualities that otherwise you would have spent maybe like half an hour, 1 hour, 2 hours Googling through all those pages and getting to the same result what we did in a matter of few minutes, right? So thanks a lot, everyone, for
I think I missed, Harshad. Am I missed?
Oh, really?
No, I mean my internet is not stable, so maybe
The last few seconds we missed you,
yeah.
Moise, so we couldn't hear you. You can, of course, complete your thoughts. No problem.
Okay, so yeah, you can start. So I was telling that it's featured in Forbes, so they are not featured like something like general form. So the leader, the kind of leadership inspires others and serve others and points them towards a great purpose and vision, and it's hard works. Then and then the Forbes will highlight us. So this is my thought.
Absolutely, Moise. Can't agree more on that. I think purpose is super, super important. So I think thank you everyone for chiming in and sharing your thoughts and taking the story forward. I hope we all get featured on the Forbes magazine at some point of time in our career. So with that, Saish, do you want us to take a few minutes break before we move on?
Yeah, Harshad, we'll launch the poll first for speakers. Just timer, can you confirm both are qualified?
Yes, both are qualified.
Okay, so we'll launch the poll. Then after that, we'll take a 1 minute break or 2 minute break we'll take. Okay, just a second.
Okay, we can end the poll.
Okay, yeah, we can end the poll now. Just a minute. Okay, thank you so much. We can end. Thank you. Now let's take break for 2 minutes. We'll start at 5:04. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so welcome back everyone. And now we'll start with the second section of the impromptu speaking section, right? Second part of the impromptu speaking section, let me put it that way. And here I have basically come up with 5 table topics, right? So as you were sharing your thoughts, I was just noting down a few of those qualities or attributes that you just mentioned, and just put together maybe a topic around it. So that is what I'm going to basically, what I'm going to do is invite 5 of you, right? So I have a couple of nominations, but beyond that, I'll just call the shot and basically invite 2 or 3 people amongst the others, right? So that is what I would do. Then I'll basically let you know your topic, and all you need to do is try and speak for at least 1 minute. If you are able to speak for more than 1 minute and less than 2 minutes, it's awesome. But just make sure that you don't exceed 2 minutes 30 seconds, because beyond that you would be disqualified. So that's what the rules of the game are. So let me invite okay, let me see. Okay, so let's invite the first speaker. So Toastmaster Mohit, let me invite you. Not able to. Okay. Can someone
yes, Toastmaster Harshad, I'm ready.
Mohit? Perfect. So let's start with a interesting quality, right? Which a lot of our participants basically expressed today, that is empathy, right? So the topic, Mohit, for you is instead of putting others in their place, put yourself in their place, right? So let me again reiterate the topic. Instead of putting others in their place, why not put yourself in their place? So Mohit, over to you. You may just want to tell the timer whenever you are ready.
Toastmaster Amay, you may start the timing. Toastmaster Harsha, thank you so much. It's a great topic. If I understood it correctly, the topic is that why don't you put yourself in others' place instead of putting them? Is that correct?
That is correct. That is correct. So it's more about empathy, Mohit.
Yeah, yeah. So I think I work as a middle level manager, and I need to put myself in in multiple places. For my team, for my leaders, those who work for me, at times for the leaders whom I report to. And also I have many members in the family. We do have difference of opinion, which happens within the office, within the family, and I need to put myself, try and understand their point. When you live in a society, when you go out on the road, the difference of opinion happens, the way you drive, the way people communicate, the way people react and respond. And I think when you look at it from a different angle, you'll find that there is a paradigm shift which happens. And rather than taking your own horn and blowing it, you stop calling the shots and you try and understand and you become more accommodative. Thank you so much. Back to you, Toastmaster Harshit.
Thanks, Toastmaster Mohit. Those were really, really good thoughts around the topic. So let's move on to the next topic. And for that, I would invite Toastmaster Santosh. So really wanted to hear Santosh.
Yes.
On table topics. So I haven't been fortunate enough to hear you out, Santosh, on that. So
yeah.
So your topic, because you talked about leading this club, right, at different levels, and you were the the last president, as in the president for the last term. So I think the topic that I have is around leading a team, right? So that's the overall idea, and the topic is you manage things, however, you lead people. So I'll reiterate the topic. You manage things. However, you lead people. Toastmaster Santosh, over to you.
Okay. Okay, start. Good evening, everyone. My topic, manage the thing, but leading the people. From my more than 10-year experience, my professional and 3 to 4 year experience in Toastmaster, one thing I learned, that human being is very, very dynamic. You cannot understand them because two human being or two person would not same. So if you want to lead any group, doesn't matter, it is small or big, it's male or female, you have to come with the unique strategy, because God make everyone as a unique. So thing could be repeated, thing could be old, thing could be wrong, but people always right. So don't make experience that you are wrong. Always give the experience, you are the expert and you are only the person who can do this job in better way. And I am totally dependent to you. Please give me your expertise, your knowledge, and I give you wisdom, I give you famous, and I give you title. And believe me, this strategy always work. Doesn't matter you deal with your kids, you deal with your wife, or you deal with your boss. So this is my strategy to manage the things and lead the people. Over to Toastmaster Harshad.
Brilliant thoughts, Santosh. This is really good. So moving on to the next topic. Yeah, I see Vipin, right? And Vipin did say that he is working in ZS Associates. It's a consulting firm that I am aware of, right? And consultants are change agents, right? And these are the people who help their clients manage change, guide them through the change, right? And that's again an important quality of any leader, to help people manage and guide them through the change. Correct. So Vipin, would you want to attempt? I'll give you a topic. So it's in your domain. So I hope you can add value to it, right? So the topic, Vipin, is be like a flower, survive the rain, but use it to grow. So your topic is, I'll reiterate, be like a flower, survive the rain, but use it to grow. So Vipin, over
Okay.
to you. You can share your thoughts. Feel free
Uh,
to just chime in. Don't worry.
All right, all right. So I didn't understand the entire thought there, but I'll try to answer it way I understand. Right? So if I think about a blooming flower, right? I mean, it goes through a lot of troubles. I mean, to bloom out, even before it starts off in this nascent stage, I would say. So that is essentially our life is all about, right? So you learn, you grow. Then there's one point when you bloom out, and that is, I would say, that is one essential quality of human that you. And I'm pretty sure each one of you has gone through that phase in your life. So you have, if you're not blooming right now, you'll bloom someday or the other. And you right now you're in the phase where it is raining upon you. The sunshine is for sure coming very soon in your life as well. And now, if it's taking too much time, it doesn't mean that you can also put in your effort from your end to ensure that phase of rain or phase of gloom goes away as soon as possible. But one fine day, you'll surely reach that situation. So that's my thoughts on that topic. And I know it is pretty big, but yeah, I think I made a good time on it.
So thanks, Vipin. You absolutely nailed it. You crossed over the line, right? So kudos to you for that. So thanks a lot.
Thank you for that opportunity.
Absolutely. So we'll move on to the next topic. So Saish, is it fine if we have like 2 more participants, or we are running short of time? Just let me know.
I think you can go with one more topic, and
okay,
one more topic would be okay.
Perfect. So last but not the least, then I'll call Toastmaster Narayanan for the last topic.
Yeah.
Narayanan, would you be fine?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So your topic is aspire to inspire before you expire. I'll reiterate the topic. Aspire to inspire before you expire.
Okay.
Toastmaster Narayanan, over to you.
Yeah. Good evening, presiding officer, Toastmaster of the day, hello Toastmasters and dear guests. Aspire to inspire. So actually daily we are doing this in our day-to-day life, right? Within the family, or when you go out of this house or meeting someone, anything where we have to inspire people to get our job done. Whether it is in the family, we have to do cajole people, inspire them to ensure that we get our job done and move along smoothly. Similarly, in office, we have to do the same thing. We have to inspire people. If you want to cut jokes, you have to cut jokes. If you want to motivate people, talk with them with the language which they can understand. And if they are if they are liking cricket or something like that, you have to talk on that topic, so that something you have to do for them to inspire them, so that the daily routine of life has to be cut off from them, so that they can feel the joy of doing their what they are doing things what they are good. So you have to basically motivate them, and always try to be encouraging, so that we can get our job done, whether it is a leadership thing, or at a family leader, or even at a society level, whatever leadership role we are trying to manage it. So that's it from my side. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Narayanan, for those holistic thoughts around inspirations, right? So with that,
Harshad, I think as we had only 2 speeches instead of 3, so you can take one last topic, maybe for Evaluator too.
As in, you are okay, right? If we take another topic.
Last. Yeah. We have time as today.
Okay. So whom should I invite? Okay. So Toastmaster Viva, would you want to attempt?
Yeah, sure. I would love to.
Okay. So Viva, your topic is around honing effectiveness, right? So leaders have to be super effective in whatever task that they are assigned or which they undertake, right? So honing effectiveness is the broader topic that I have, and I'll call out the precise topic for you for this particular table topic. So the topic goes, the most effective way to do it is to do it, right? So I'll reiterate, the most effective way to do it is to do it. Toastmaster Vibha, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Harshad. So after joining Toastmasters, just after 2-3 months, I received a call from the president, that is Toastmaster. At that time, it was Toastmaster Tanisha, and she was asking me to join one of the XCOM role. I was new, I was scared. I actually don't want to do that, but the way she convinced me was really amazing, and finally I opted that role. The thing is, like, you will realize the value of a role until or unless you do that. Everyone who in the meeting who are XCOM members, they realize how they are evolving, how they are learning, how they are effectively able to cope up the odds in their lives. So I have served XCOM for 2 sessions, 2 continuous sessions, and I realized, like, you learn when you try. Until or unless you means you cannot wait for the things to happen to you just like that. You have to step out of your comfort zone and get into the thing that interests you the most. So yeah, that is it from my end. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vibha. And apologies if the topics were dreadful, but I'm sure the experience was fulfilling. So I think, so with that, I think it's time for us to launch the polls for the best table topic speaker. So I would request the Sergeant at Arms to launch the poll.
I will launch, Harshad, just I will require 2 minutes. Meanwhile, you can take the feedback from guest or however the topics like that.
Yeah, sure. As in, would be happy to. Those were created on the fly, so so would appreciate any feedback if you have.
They were great. I would say you had meticulously crafted them impromptu. Because, you know, you were taking impromptu session, but you were yourself, you know, crafting those topics impromptu. And that's really a great skill. Kudos to you for that.
Thank you. Thank you, Kamilji.
Toastmaster Harshad, I felt that, you were calling the shots, but I like it. And I love the topics. Thank you very much.
Okay, thanks, Mohit. And thank you for attempting the first one, right? Because that's where essentially the problem is, right? Once it starts rolling, then people become sort of accustomed and feel more comfortable. So
thank you.
So I like how you started our round robin session, and you made everyone comfortable that whatever they want to speak, let them try, and you didn't stop anyone. So that was very a good thing I liked, and you encouraged everyone. So that is also a good thing. Everyone felt comfortable and everyone was ready to talk.
Thanks a lot. And thinking beyond the box is also a good leadership quality. Outside the box, I should say. So I think people deviating from the topic is also sometimes a good thing, so that we get newer perspectives, which we haven't really thought of. So
I think you gave us a good dream.
Right.
I actually subscribe to the Forbes magazine, so I keep on getting them every 15 days. And all these stalwarts, right?
You are learning the leadership skills. And I think that today you are a true leader because you bring all people on the stage.
Right. Okay, guys, our polls are ready. Okay. And
yeah, I'll launch the
we can launch it.
Okay. Okay, now.
So TMOD, over to you, and thanks a lot, everyone.
Thank you so much for voting best table topic speaker. We can end the poll now. Okay. Thanks so much.
Ended.
Okay. So here we are done with the table topics, and Toastmaster Harshad has done a fabulous job when he was concerned about guests and as well as the other members. So kudos to you, Toastmaster Harshad, for playing such a fabulous and wonderful job for table topics wherein each and everyone got the opportunity. Now, here I am concluding my session on this theme. And in conclusion, I'm going to say that first thing is always sacrifice for the others, not for yourself or your personal growth. Always sacrifice for the people, think about the people, and hence, this is how you face the real challenges in leadership. To face the real challenges in leadership, you should be patient. Patience is only the golden way which can make you towards your goal. Without a challenge, leader cannot be formed. Hence, leader is all about born by challenges. Challenges makes the leader. So challenge is your power. Challenge is your breakfast. It is said that feedback is breakfast for champions, a very famous quote. Same quote, always apply it, that challenge is breakfast for leaders. This is why a leader is fueled and hence he can work to support his team. So do not run away from the challenges. If you are working in any organization as a leader, maybe for 2 months, for 3 months, or for 4 months, do not try to escape from these challenges. These challenges are your pleasures. Take it as a pleasure, and rest pleasure of leadership goes to your team. So here, how I explained, there are different challenges and you learned from different leaders present in this meeting. So to face these challenges, you alone cannot. If you are a leader, if you are a boss, you alone can face many challenges. But if you are a leader, you have to get the support of your team. And to build your relations with your team, you need only one quality, that is empathy. And you need one last quality, that is compassion. So these two qualities will make your stronger relations with your team, and hence you can face challenges. You can take challenges as a breakfast, as a lunch, or as your food. This is how your everyday works for you. Every day gives you a particular challenge. You are built for your team. You are made for your team. So this message will make you more powerful leaders. Always see a leader in you. Leaders are not made. I was leader from very past when I joined Toastmaster, because I supported many XCOM members. For example, my previous Toastmaster or this Toastmaster. And here I learn from my senior members like our President Shubham, or Toastmaster Parijat, who was immediate past president, or Toastmaster Santosh. So from these people, I learn how to lead a team, and hence I can go step by step, not on my basis or not on my attitude. Leaders are formed by guidance. So leaders are formed by leaders, and hence rest leaders who are in future to become a leader are formed by the present and current leaders. This is from my side. Now I'm going to hand over the stage to a very experienced and old member who is general evaluator for today's meeting. She is going to explain many rules about today's meeting and many insights. She is going to assess and evaluate many contents in today's speech or in various table topics. How was the meeting? How did the meeting start? How did the sergeant at arms and presiding officer contribute to kick off the meeting? So let's call our general evaluator, Toastmaster Vibha. Over to you for taking the evaluation sections.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Saish, for a wonderful introduction. A very good evening to everyone, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmaster, and dear guests. So as a general evaluator, my duty is to help to evaluate the prepared speeches and the meeting in general. This whole section is divided into two parts, wherein in the first part, the evaluators are going to evaluate the prepared speeches. The timing sequence for this round is 2 to 3 minutes. So green at 2, yellow at 2:30, 2 minutes 30 seconds, and red at 3. A 30-second grace will be given to you, after which you will be disqualified from the voting. So without further ado, I would like to call upon the stage Toastmaster, just a minute, Toastmaster Santosh to evaluate Toastmaster Aditi's speech. Over to you, Toastmaster Santosh.
Can I see a timer screen? Okay, fine. Madam General Evaluator, my fellow Toastmaster, and my target speaker, very good evening. My patient experience. After listening your speech, I can say from my experience that Toastmaster Aditi, you know the 4 language. First, Hindi. Second, Marathi. Third, English. And fourth, guess, body language. Let me present my evaluation speech. Toastmaster Aditi, as you start your speech, I remind my childhood days when I was play with my friends, doctor and patient game. And you were fabulous in doctor and patient conversation. You bring humor in conversation to make this conversation very interesting. You use 2 anecdotes to explain very complex topic. Kudos to you. Gesture. Throughout the speech, your body language match or sync with the language of your speech. Your hand movement, your facial expression, your back and forth movement were fabulous and very much connected to audience. And it was the cherry of the cake because it is objective of your speech. I want to see you as meticulous speaker. So I have 2 recommendations to call the shot. First recommendation, you could use voice modulation in doctor and patient conversation. For example, you could use authoritative voice as a doctor and submissive voice as a patient, like, doctor, what happened? Patient, sir, I'm not feeling well. Because voice modulation connect the people. Second, you could have mentioned in advance how many experience you are going to share. It's helped me to understand more deeply, though you share 3 experience. Now, if I summarize my evaluation speech, great content, powerful delivery, fulfill the objective of speech, add my 2 recommendation. Believe me, you would be the meticulous speaker of every stage. Over to the Madam General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Santosh, for a wonderful evaluation. Next, I would like to call upon the stage Toastmaster Kamalji to evaluate Toastmaster Manisha's speech. Over to you, Toastmaster Kamalji. You are on mute, Kamalji.
Madam General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters and guests, there is an enormous saying. We don't grow when things are easy. We grow when we face challenges. So don't limit your challenges. Exactly this is what Toastmaster Manisha, my target speaker, did today. She challenged herself to lead a volunteering organization where accountability of other members is so less. She shared how she called the shots and used Sam, Dam, Dand, Bhed to keep things in check. American boxer Muhammad Ali says, service to others is the rent you pay for your room here on earth. And you are definitely a woman of service, Toastmaster Manisha. So first of all, heartiest congratulations for completing your level 5 project 1 from the Pathway Strategic Relationships. Toastmaster Manisha, you achieved your purpose of the project. You shared how you served in a leadership role in this volunteering organization, Prerna, for a minimum of 6 months. Actually, you spent 2 terms. You also shared how you ensure that you receive feedback on your leadership skills from members of Prerna in the form of a 360-degree evaluation. Your speech had many important ingredients of a great speech. Your speech development was well structured. The opening, body, and closing all were in sync. The effectiveness was direct, appropriate, and logical. You had good hand gestures. My hand gestures are not as great as yours. Your voice modulation was perfect, and you had a great eye contact. The biggest room in the Toastmasters world is a room for improvement. And therefore, I'm sharing some tips of improvement which could take your speech to the next level. You already have a gift up gap. So how about Toastmaster Manisha using the virtual stage in 3 parts? So you were glued to the lectern. If you could have used the stage like this, it could have given a more impact. Secondly, you did mention about the succession plan of your BOD in Prerna, but how about you sharing your own succession plan? And this is very important part of your project too. At times, you were as fast as a bullet train, like I am speaking. So how about having planned pauses? What I enjoyed most about your speech was following act tools of leading in a volunteering organization, such as appreciation and devising strategy for selecting right leaders. No doubt you are at level 5. Overall, well done, Toastmaster Manisha. Well-structured speech with good content, hand gestures, and good use of voice modulation. And if you keep challenging yourself by better use of stage and using all components of your project, I'm sure you are going to ace your Toastmaster journey. All the best. Over to you, Madam General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kamalji, for the evaluation. Now I would like to call Toastmaster Ame for time report for the evaluations. Toastmaster Ame.
Thank you, Toastmaster Viba. According to my report, everyone has qualified for the vote. And as I had said earlier, that time is money. And according to that, then we have earned a lot of money today. Thank you. And back to General Evaluator, TM Viba.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ame.
Can launch the polls for evaluators.
Yeah, please. So I request everyone to please choose the best evaluator. Okay, fine.
Yes, we can
So, okay. So let's start with the second round of the evaluation. That is the role player report, wherein I would like to request Toastmaster Mohit for our counters report. Toastmaster Mohit.
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator Vibha. Thank you for the opportunity to my fellow Toastmasters who nominated me for this. And I'm giving the report for our counter. Moez had 1, Saish had 4, Komal 2, Santosh 3, Moez, Aditi 3, Manisha 0, Harshad 1, Ame 2. Thank you.
Okay, great, Toastmaster Mohit. Now I would like to call Toastmaster Komal for language evaluation report.
Am I audible and visible?
Yeah.
I would like to share my PPT. Please let me know once you are able to see it.
Yes, it is visible.
Okay. So word of the day was meticulous, and phrase of the day was call the shots. Toastmaster Mohit used this word. He have joined this meeting for the second time, but he have used this word many times. Toastmaster Aditi used this word for 3 times. BTM Kamaljit used this word many times. Toastmaster Manisha used word of the day. Toastmaster Harish and Toastmaster Santosh used this word 3 times in today's meeting. Then phrase of the day is used by Toastmaster Mohit, Toastmaster Kamaljeet, and Toastmaster Manisha. Moving ahead. So there are new words which people use during meeting. One of them is optimistic, which means hopeful and confident about the future. Second is caveat, which means warning. And third one is penalty, that means punishment. There are some good phrases which people use during meeting. Some of them are leading the pack, that means ahead of everyone else in the race. Walk the talk, that means speak fluently or conventionally about something. Change in a guard, that means any situation in which individual or group charged with the task or responsibility. Then cherry on cake, that means the final thing that makes something perfect. Put yourself in their shoes means to have empathy. Moving ahead, not so good usages. Some of the members in our today's meeting use these words like success person, it should be successful person. Then point of perspective, instead of that we can say point of view or perspective. And third is cannot success. Here you can say cannot be successful. So by avoiding these bad usages and adding more good usages, phrases in your language, you can be successful and you can have a more effective speech. That's it from my side. Over to you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Vibha.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Komal. You can, great, you have stopped sharing. Fine. Now the final round, that is the report by me on the overall meeting, my perspective and my views on that. So let's start from the person who has started the meeting, that is Toastmaster Moez. Toastmaster Moez, you have started on time, talked on the theme. You have also talked about the mission of the Toastmaster Club. And throughout your time allotted, you were calm and confident. One thing I would like to suggest is just to, so sometimes you are looking here and it means tip of your monitor here and there. That is what I felt, but it would be good if you can look straight. It will maintain a good eye contact with the audience. That is one thing I would like to recommend. That could be because of you must have different monitors, and because of which I felt that, but this is something which I would like to recommend to you. Second is the R counters report, that is Toastmaster Mohit. So Toastmaster Mohit, I like the way you have initiated, you picked up this role for the first time. I really appreciate on that. One thing I would like to suggest, with the script, we have a role player guidelines and the role player guides who can talk to you and suggest you how should you play your role. So just go through that, because there were some missing points that I realized. One is the explained rules of that particular role. Also, the report was not something which I was expecting. So it was a plain report wherein you just talked about every person's name and the points. So it would be good if you can come up with a presentation or some format by which we can refer. Like in Toastmaster, we have a UFO format. That is unused words, I am not able to remember, UFO some format is there. Just get in touch with the respective role player, you will understand those. But apart from that, I appreciate you for your efforts and thank you so much. Next is Toastmaster Ame, timers report. So you have explained the rules of the timer. You were on time, your report was crisp. What I would suggest is to utilize the time that has been allotted to you. If 90 minutes is there, it has been given to you, just utilize that. If your report has ended, you can talk about the theme. So Toastmaster is all about speaking and communicating your thoughts. So it would be good if you can leverage that time allotted to you. Yeah. Apart from that, everything was fine. Kudos to you. Next is language evaluator, that is Toastmaster Komal. You've shared, explained the roles very properly, introduced the word of the day and phrase of the day. I would say that those were very simple and pertinent words. I really like the report, the way you have presented the overall report of yours. What I would like to suggest, recommend to you, just share those good words on the group. It would be good if I will also go through that and learn those words, and the members who are there in the group, they will also they'll also look at it and speak in their day-to-day life. So it would be a good thing to share it on the group. Next, I would like to talk about table topic master, Toastmaster Harshan. You have explained the rules of the round robin and table topic properly. The topics you have picked up are very relevant to the theme, so I would not say that they were dreadful. They were extremely relevant, so and to the point. So kudos on that. And one thing I would like to appreciate the uses of word that you do. I have noted down some of the words that you have used. So thank you so much for those learnings. No recommendation for you. Everything was as expected from a table topic master. Thank you so much. Next, I would the evaluations. So both the evaluators, they have used CRS approach, that is commendation, recommendation, and then summary. They have touched upon all the aspects, all the points of a good speech. So I would like to appreciate Toastmaster Santosh and Toastmaster Kamaljeet on that. No recommendations for you. Thank you so much. Job well done. Next is presidential address. That is Toastmaster Komal. Nice. I have seen you first time playing this role, and I really appreciate you for that. You were calm, you were confident, you have talked about the leadership, talked about the theme. One thing I would like to add on or recommend is to just it would be good if you can talk about the Toastmasters in general. You can also talk about how Baner Toastmaster Club is stood out from all other clubs. So there are various awards that we have won, and so these are the things you can add on to your presidential address speech. Next is Toastmaster Saish. Nice start. It was not a typical leadership session. I really appreciate, and I can understand the pain of a leader in Toastmasters. The ExCom members, how they are running the meeting, the challenges they face in their day-to-day life. I like to appreciate you on that. Voice quality was amazing. Your gestures were there. One thing I would like to recommend is that, so we have guests as well, and you have come up with the feedbacks or the lessons from the ExCom members. So it would be good if you could have talked about what ExCom is, so that guest can able to understand that. So if a new person joins, he won't be able to know what this ExCom is. So that is something which I missed from this role. But apart from that, everything was perfect. Toastmaster Saish, I can see a leader growing within you. You are such a wonderful leader, I would say. So appreciation. Thank you so much. Appreciate on that. So that is it from my side. One thing I would like to highlight is that I had gone through the agenda and find out there are some means it is quite cluttered. It is there in 2 pages. It should be in 1 pages. I did not find the BTMC Zoom meeting ID, even the password in the agenda. So I would like to request to the ExCom to look into it and make it, let it be the way it used to be earlier. So that is it from my end. Every role player, they have played their role meticulously. All are wonderful, and I really enjoyed the meeting thoroughly. Thank you so much. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster, our General Evaluator Viva. Hope I will work on your recommendations. I will follow it in a very meticulous way, and hence I will become a good speaker along with the leader. Hence, whenever I play this role TMOD, I will follow you and I will follow your recommendations. Hence, I will have a powerful audience. Okay, so now it was a great meeting. Just a minute. Now, I have given you a few lessons about a leader. Here is how we conclude this meeting, and always try to support people. Hence, always you can find leaders within yourself. So that's a lesson from my side, as I have done. Hence, now I am handing the stage to, as we are not having our president, our Toastmaster Shubham, who is our president, but as we are missing him due to some reasons, today our presiding officer is Toastmaster Komal. So let me ask Toastmaster Komal to have some feedback from guest or some of the Toastmaster guests like Evaluator 2, our VTM Kamaljit. Till that, I'll prepare the certificates and we'll declare the results. Over to you, Toastmaster Komal.
Okay. Before that, do we want to take polls for auxiliary role
Yeah,
players?
sorry. I'll launch the poll for auxiliary. Just yeah, for auxiliary role player. Please vote.
Okay, we can end the poll, I think.
Just few seconds.
Okay.
Okay.
We got 90% participation.
Okay, we can end now. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Now,
so
for last, we have poll for role players. I launched 1 minute. Please vote for the best role player. Okay.
Tough call. We can end now.
In few seconds, just. Yes, now we can end. Thank you for voting. Yes, now I'll prepare. So meanwhile, you can get feedback.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Saish is preparing our certificates. I would like to know from our guest, like what you like about today's meeting, what you take from it, and yeah, your feedback.
Well, if you're looking for my feedback, I like the thing that everyone got a chance to speak. I mean, that is something very inclusive, I would say. So that is the best thing that I like. And you are touching upon every aspect of public speaking and leadership as well. So it is more like, okay, even if a person may be at a, I won't say a below stage in terms of speaking, also you can give him the right atmosphere is the word I would say, right atmosphere to speak. So I think that is something that I really like. And I appreciate the fact that every aspect of public speaking is getting covered by each of the evaluators. And the essential piece is that there is no teacher here, but there's always someone looking into it critically, as good as a teacher. So that's a good thing that I liked. Yes, that's my feedback from my end.
Thank you. I really appreciate. And you can talk to Toastmaster Harsh if you want to join our Toastmasters Club, Banir. And I would like to have feedback from our VTM, Dr. Kamaljit, about today's meeting.
Thank you. It was a great meeting. I liked the way the Toastmaster of the day conducted the leadership things, especially, highlighting the XCOM roles, because and I know how he was trying to take up roles and other things. And I would say you have a very good team who is meticulously working on, arranging the meeting. I know filling up all the roles during the week is so very important. So all the best. I would keep on visiting your club more often after this. Thank you.
That is really good, ma'am. Thank you for your feedback. And we also learned from your evaluation, like how we can speak, how we can use voice modulation. So we would love if you join our meeting more frequently. we will have something more to learn. Okay, moving ahead. Our certificates are ready.
Yes, I'm ready. I'll
Okay.
share. You can announce. Just a minute. Just a minute.
Yeah.
Change the slide.
We will start with base speaker.
Wait, I'll share the screen. Okay. Okay, you may begin.
Yeah. So best speaker goes to Toastmaster Aditi. Give a big round of applause for her. Can someone please take a photo for our MOM for a memory? Toastmaster Harshad, can you please do that?
I'm doing that, Toastmaster Komal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then moving ahead, best evaluator goes to Toastmaster Kamaljit.
Wait, we have table topic speaker first.
Okay. Best table topic speaker is Toastmaster Mohit. Kudos to Toastmaster Mohit. Really good session. Good speech, I will say. Which is the next certificate, Saish?
Evaluator.
Okay. So best evaluator is Dr. Kamaljit. Kudos to you, ma'am. Are we taking photos, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Next is auxiliary role player. And best auxiliary role player is me. Thank you. Moving ahead, last, best role player. It is table topic master, Toastmaster Harshad. Kudos to you, Harshad. There are a lot of learning from you, like how spontaneously you take the role and how you ended the session. I liked it.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Congratulations to all the winners, and thank you everyone for joining this meeting. There is always something to learn in every meeting. So I would like everyone to join these meetings. I would like our guests to participate in our sessions and join our club.
I want to say one thing. Okay, so before we end the meeting, I want to say that whoever I voted for didn't get selected. So you know that there are many other leaders, like I voted for best evaluator Toastmaster Santosh, and then the TMOD and G both were awesome, and all your other role players had similar performances. So kudos to all of you. You all are winners.
Today's poll was very tough. Like I also felt it. Sometimes it is, we know to whom we have to give vote, but today it was very challenging for me as well. So that was good. I was PO, so I didn't have to vote anyone. So yeah, with this, can we end our meeting?
Just a minute.
Before that, let's group photo.
Yeah. Sorry, this is my first time. And
no problem.
I'll take the group photo. Okay.
Thank you.
Toastmaster Harshad, Narayanan, can you please switch on your camera? Yeah, thank you. 3, 2, 1. Thank you. One more. 3, 2, 1. Thank you so much. Done. Now I can stop there.
So room is open for fellowship. Thank you everyone for joining.
Before that,